Good morning. Another day on the way to work. So, this morning I wanted to talk about how I'm doing so far on keto, what my thoughts are about what I might need to work on or look out for, and kind of why I've stalled out, or little reasons why I've stalled out when I've tried to get going in the past, and I'm trying not to do that this time. Um, so the very last time that I did keto, and seriously like stuck to it, I ended up losing like 17 pounds in the first 3 weeks. And that was really mind blowing and amazing and motivating for me. The last couple of times that I've tried to like jumpstart keto, honestly, like I didn't last even a week, and I would kind of blow out. I would eat the wrong thing, and then I would get upset with myself and get disappointed, and then I wouldn't try anymore. Or just convenience wise, I would kind of not go grocery shopping or not get the items that I needed in the house so that I was prepared. Um, the last 2 weeks currently, I've been doing better at being more prepared. Last week, I had planned to start, but it was right after my birthday, and honestly, I would do really good at work in the morning. I would do really good at lunchtime at work, and then I would get home, and then I would maybe eat something I shouldn't eat. So I was really like not helping myself in this process most of last week. And then as I was making sure to log my food though, because I know in the past if I don't log my food, I'm more likely to keep messing up long term and then make excuses for my behavior. This time I made sure that I put everything in the tracker. And so when I look at my tracker from last week, in the carb section, it was red most of the time. So I didn't do too well on that. This week, I've been trying to do better. It's now Wednesday. So this week, if I've gone over, it's been like maybe 1 or 2 carbs over the 20 net carbs that I'm trying to intake in a day. So I'm doing better. Like I said, last Saturday when I weighed myself, I was 272. I weighed myself this morning. I'm still 272. I'm trying to keep in mind that I do feel less bloated, and I can say that. And I feel like my stomach's a little, like, yeah, just less bloated. And I'm also trying to keep in mind that I should be starting a cycle soon. So I'm probably bloating for that reason as well. Also, I've been looking at some YouTube videos and trying to kind of like just do an inventory with myself on things that might be getting in the way or things I need to look out for. And one of the things right now is stress. I started a new job 2 months ago, and I'm just still trying to get adjusted, and also trying to figure out what my role's gonna be there, and how to find a balance in managing my time and what my obligations are going to be, and then pairing that with the amount of time I have in a day to get things done. So things have been changing day to day, and it's stressful. And I think that's having an impact on me. The other thing is sleep. So my husband and I are sharing a car for the next month, as we're trying to move some things around financially. And our lease ended, and it just wasn't a good deal to keep that car. So we gave that back, and we're, in the market for another car, but it's going to be a few weeks before we do that. So I'm losing sleep taking him to work in the morning. And so that's another thing that I'm really going to have to work on, getting to bed earlier, because I'm having to get up earlier. And then the other thing that I think has been really getting in the way is I've been doing a lot of artificial sweeteners this time, whereas in the past I would rarely, like maybe I would cook it into something if I made something, but I wouldn't make those things on a regular basis. I have to confess that I have been drinking a lot of the sugar-free energy drinks, and I know those are terrible for you, so you don't have to tell me. But and I need to increase my water intake. But I've also been, putting a lot of those sugar-free syrups in my coffee at work. Now, I don't put anything else in my coffee. I drink it black, and then I'll put a little bit of the syrup in there, sugar-free. But I just feel like I may be doing it, going overboard on the sugar-free. In the past, when I've done these type of plans, I've given up the sweet tooth, and I've been good with that. And I would drink my coffee just straight black, or I would drink hot tea, just straight tea bag and water, and I'm perfectly fine with that. It doesn't bother me. So, and I wouldn't really drink a lot of soda. I had really given up soda, and my mother, back when she was alive, used to have symptoms in her hands and kind of carpal tunnel symptoms when she drank diet soda. So I've always remembered that, and I've really tried to stay away from diet soda, because there's just other ingredients in it that I really just don't trust. But I found myself drinking a lot of it, so I'm deciding that I'm going to cut all that out. If I have one, it'll be once in a month or a very rare blue moon. But I'm really just looking at the things that have stalled me out in the past, that have gotten me frustrated, and the things that have worked for me. And I just have to really look at this almost from a Whole30 perspective, and not rely so much on things that are chemical or processed, because I think that's when I've done my best. Sometimes I get a little wary about whether I should be having as much dairy, and I think I'm still just trying to evaluate and work that out. I think the first thing I want to do is cut out the artificial sweeteners, work on trying to de-stress. I used to meditate. I can't really get in the gym right now. I'm going to try this weekend to start a routine. I have a gym membership, I just haven't been. And I know that's something else I need to add, because I know when I've been successful in the past, I've at least been able to work out at least 3 to 4 times a week consistently. And my body needs that. So yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to find the best balance and what's going to work for me, and I'm trying not to quit. But I get discouraged when I look at the scale and it says the same thing it said a couple days ago, because I know how amazing this lifestyle can be, and I've done it, and I've seen where I was getting on the scale, and every day it was lower and lower and lower. And so I'm trying to go back in my mind to okay, what was going on at that time. But I do know I was in the gym. So it's just trying to figure things out as we're, sharing a car, and trying to motivate myself to find some time in the day to do a workout routine when we're leaving really, really early in the morning, and then we're getting back home really late, and then I'm still having to cook. So, yeah, that's what's going on with me right now. Still in it. I'm still trying. I started measuring myself last night, just measuring my waist around where my belly button is, and then the smallest upper portion of my waist. And so I'm going to be looking at that as well, and just trying to remind myself I didn't do my arms or legs. because my stomach is usually the thing that really gets me. But I probably will, maybe on Saturday, start doing like a full measurements of everywhere, so that I can like look at other things other than the scale, because I know the scale fluctuates. I know that intellectually. I'm just trying to find ways to keep me going in this process and feel like this is working. It's going to get me to my goal. I really, really want to be back in the fertility clinic next year. And I don't want it to be the middle or end of next year. I want to do this, and I've done it. And I think that's what drives me crazy at this point. It's like, you've done this. What is happening right now? What about this is stalling you out, or what's getting in the way? The other thing that I think is the big thing I really need to watch as well is my portion control. I'm amazing at portion control, like I said, during the day, but at night I really just have to watch it. I have to rely on the things I've relied on in the past to distract myself, and that might be, doing a little workout routine, drinking hot tea, drinking water, anything I can other than going back to what we ate, making sure I put the food up right away. So yeah, just out of sight, out of mind. I have to figure this out. I'm getting older, and I feel like that is working against me a little bit. And I know that people older than me, lose weight and don't really have all these issues with it. It's just looking at the little areas where I can clean this up. And mind you, I have to give myself a break, because this is week 1 of me really trying to bear down and do things right. And I'm still kind of a little bit off from what I think my body needs in order for this to be, more effective for me. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I will give you guys an update on Saturday in relation to my weight and see if it's moved. And like I said, I'm premenstrual, so it might not move, at least for another week. But I've just got to stay committed and keep doing this. But yeah, comment if you have any advice, any feedback, any support. And be sure to like this video and subscribe, and keep at it with me. I need some people who are on the same journey or a similar journey, or have been there, and maybe we can support each other. But thanks, and have a beautiful day.